is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I have received a $1 tip, first tip of the day. Oh no, I take that back. Second tip of the day. My bad. Sorry about that 1 minute, man. I also don't drink Bud. Would drink that. I already have my own piss I can drink. I don't need to pay for Bud. Okay. I mean, I don't want to drink my own piss, but the point is that it's pretty equivalent. And it's free. Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
This is the worst fucking knife in Resident Evil history. It's so bad. It whiffs every stab. It's absolutely pathetic. I don't even know why you have it. It doesn't do anything. The fucking zombie's sitting right in front of you and you just miss every swing. How did it miss? I missed. For some odd reason, it fired past it. I can't hit it because the tank control's terrible. Awful.
I'm such a goddamn scrub. I suck. I'm a scrub. Good stuff. Great premiere stream of Resident Evil 0 remastered. Want to talk about a difference from the original playthrough. Man, try to compare that one to this one. I bet you it's like night and day in the style of gameplay, commentary, me talking with you guys, hanging out. Very different atmosphere, right? So far, so good. Looking forward to more this weekend, actually. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really pay attention to what I was spending. You know, between the $400 of liquor, the $1,000 I spent at the grocery store, and the $50,000 of microtransactions, I didn't know how much I had spent. I got a very generous $50 tip from Lisa Lou. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that? How am I supposed to watch this? My eyes are full of tears and burning. How am I supposed to watch the ending? Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, this is darksydephil signing off. I certainly hope that you enjoyed the playthrough as much as I did. Thank you to everyone who supported it along the way, chilled with me, had a good time. It's worth it. It really is. Some of the best stuff that I get to do with all of you. It really is meaningful, and I appreciate that. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it.
There's still mechanics 30 hours in that I'm still, like, not exactly understanding. And you guys are helping me to find all of the content in the game, which is great. I don't want to miss out on any content in this game. And so you guys are helping me with that, and I appreciate that. But, yeah, I mean, what a decline. To give you a perfect example, when I started playing the game, every part was getting thousands of views. Every stream was getting like 400, 500, 600 viewers. Now, these parts barely get 300 views. After days, I mean, the video's now been live since Monday. They're like 300 views. You know what I mean? So, it's just like every RPG. It really is. If this were like Dark Souls or something, it'd be much different. But RPGs, sadly, don't retain as much of an audience like I would hope. I love RPGs. RPGs are my forte, right? Like, I've played a zillion of them. I love them. I would play more of them if I could actually have a bigger audience for them, but for whatever reason, the RPGs, case in point, Baldur's Gate 3, the Game of the Year RPG, even that, 30 hours in, does not retain a very large audience, okay? But the good news is I'm still enjoying myself. It's not like the playthrough's worse or anything. We're still having a great time. Every time I play it, I'm having a good time. People are supporting the streams, which is great. So don't worry about that. That's no big deal. It's not like, oh, because the viewership is dwindled, the playthrough is suffering. It's not. I say it's still really, really good, and I'm excited every time that I play it. Today we're playing it, I'm like, yes, we're going to finish the Goblin Camp and all of that, okay?
It's all about this first, and then the content second.
Basically, I was contacted by Mike Clum, who recently did a documentary on Boogie. And before everyone freaks out about this, because I know a lot of people saw the Boogie documentary and were like, wow, that documentary was not positive. That documentary was very negative. It shows all the weaknesses of Boogie, all his shortcomings, the fact that he basically pissed his life away, all his money away, that he's a toxic guy who falls into drama, and he has all these issues. You're right. But that's what they wanted to do with that documentary, you understand? That's actually what they wanted to portray in that documentary. That was the whole point. To show that side of his life, which I guess they felt had never been really revealed before. That's exactly what they were going for, okay? I was contacted by Mike, and he says, basically, this is fascinating. There's people out there who want to see a documentary about you, but he didn't know that much about me, okay? So, by the way, and just for the record, this was months ago. This was not yesterday. This was months ago, okay, where we actually began talking behind the scenes about stuff like this. And basically, through a series of conversations, okay, that I had with this guy, as I explained my story to him, he was basically like, so this is completely different from Boogie. Yeah, it's not even close. My life is nothing like his. I'm not in the situation he's in. You know, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, and other people can disagree, I feel like in my position is a much better position than his. You know what I mean?
I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. I was the innovator of the video game playthrough back in the day. I was. But most people won't give me credit for that because they want to, oh, it was this person or this person. I was the person who made it mainstream popular on YouTube. It's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion.
And then everyone else decided to run with it and change it up and do it differently. But I was the guy who made that improv commentary style popular. All right? Then, after that, you know, the entire story of how I became popular for a 2 or 3 year period. I was one of the top YouTubers, but then how This Is How You Don't Play soured public opinion against me. How it turned the crowd against me and how that affected me. How these groups of detractors formed online social communities around hating on me. And how it changed everything. How they staged attacks against me to ruin the business. And how I went on a big decline as a result of stagnation and bad choices on my part. But just as much their actions as well. And basically doing all of that in a way that, number one, covers facts, but also is entertaining. Because ultimately, the last thing you want to do is have a documentary about someone that's boring. Okay? That Boogie documentary is sad. I don't want to make a documentary about me that's sad. What's the point? I don't want people crying and having a sob story about Darksydephil. My life is not a sob story. It's interesting. People have said, would you ever write an autobiography or whatever? Maybe one day I would, but I never really thought about that. And then when I start talking to Mike, he's like, no, your story is interesting. The more I hear, the more I'm hooked. I want to hear more things about you.
It's gross. It's for this.
You know, about how this journey happened or whatever. This is not a crying situation about how awful things are. My life is not awful, right? But it stands to reason that to actually have a fair documentary about me that covers everything, my whole history, not just the bullshit conspiracies and negative shit about me. Not to say that stuff won't be in it, but to cover everything fairly and, again, in an entertaining manner. That's really the key here, is to make something that you guys want to watch. That's not just for my haters. It's not just for my fans. It's actually for an outsider as well. Someone who's never heard of me, but you say, you know, I hear the name darksydephil every once in a while. I wonder about this guy. What about? You know, can I learn about him? This is the documentary you're going to watch. This hour or 2 hours, however long it ends up being. This is going to be your go-to piece of content to watch. All right? And you're going to watch it and say, okay, there you go. That's what he's about. And then you can judge for yourself. Hey, maybe you want to come by and check out my content based on the documentary. Or maybe you're zero interest and you'll never check me out. And that's okay too, right? But at the very least, this is really, it seems to me, okay, that this is the only chance that I really have to have a neutral party be involved in making something that actually is fair. That Side Scroller's interview was a complete attempt at getting me to look bad and get me to confess to shit I didn't do.
Good Lord, man. Look in the mirror for a second and stop believing your own lies.
Everyone who's is going to be in this damn thing, it's going to be entertaining for that very reason. But here's the thing. I get to respond to all the bullshit, right? When you get one of these talking head idiots on there saying something about me, I get to talk back. It's not just them yelling at their audience and their audience saying, hey, yeah. Instead, I actually finally get to respond to their bullshit, you see? And that's the point, is that this is my format to finally do it. I can respond to them, but if I respond to them here, no one hears it. If I respond to them in the documentary, now that same audience that just heard the toxicity gets to hear my response to it, you see? And again, I want you to understand something. This is not going to be ultra serious at all times. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a project that is going to have a lot of content in it, the kind of which you've not seen from me, okay?
I was very, very tight with my butt.
To be transparent with all of you, yes, this is going to affect me this year. There's going to be filming around here. There's going to be filming in studios. You know what I say? It's going to be a high-level thing. This is not fucking around and just doing a few video clips edited together like all the other documentaries about me. This is actually a real product. You understand?
Oh my God, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
So coming up, and I don't have all the information yet. I will let you know. Okay? Basically, this is going to be a situation where I have to take a little bit of time away from streaming. Some of my streams will be affected. Obviously, they're going to want to film me at work to see me at what I'm doing to put that into the documentary, right? There's going to be a few days where I'm not going to be able to stream because I'm going to have to go film a bunch of stuff, right? In a studio or other places or whatever. So when I know all about that stuff, all right, I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. So you'll know, okay, this week, guys, 2 days, I'm not going to be here on stream because I'm going to be off filming. And then I'll be back, right? So Anime Slayer tipped me $1 and says, Mike seems neutral, but this seems like it's revolving around drama. I don't see how telling my life story is all about drama. I wish you'd stick to your guns about staying out of drama. Again, will there be some fun stuff in this and funny stuff? Yes, there will. It's not ultra serious. It's not a 1 hour boring go to sleep documentary, but it's also not an hour-long hit piece against me, but it's not an hour-long kiss my butt. It's an hour-long interesting piece about my actual life history. That's mostly, I would say, would make more sense for outsiders. But for those who like me, you're going to like it. For those who don't like me, you're likely going to like it. Like, everyone, I think, would like it, right?
Oh yeah, I can tell you right now, the hard means horse. So it's probably some kind of an insult about my wife or something stupid, I'm sure. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.